feel passion for something or someone that makes my world turn upside down. Wanna give it up for something or someone that's better than this. So don't be too offended, I had to leave. There's nothing in for me, no, I'm not fitting in. I packed my things to go, am I being naive? But it's my choice to make, it's my new rebellious way. Choice to make, it's my new rebellious way.
Oh, hello, everyone. How are we? How are we? Can everyone hear me in the chat? One in the chat if you can hear me, guys and dolls. Okay, fabulous. Right, I have been doing the most since yesterday to try and get the sound perfected. So we're going to try again today. Please do let me know if we are having major issues with sound today. And if not, if we are, I will stop the podcast and I'll try whatever else I can again tomorrow to get it perfect. But let's see how we do today. And hopefully my handiwork with the internet has worked. And we won't have any problems going forward. All right. Okay, everybody can hear me. Fantastic. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed and yeah, let's get to it. Thank you so much, everyone, for your well wishes, though. I did post a message on the community tab and say that I would not continue the podcast until the sound and everything was okay. You guys and dolls have helped me so much. We've gotten this far together, and I want to keep the standard on this podcast high and keep raising the bar even higher. So let's see who's here today. Kenneth Ash, Alita. Oh, over 300 of you in the chat already. Hello, Lydia. Hello, Joan. Betty. Winsome Lewis. That's a new name I haven't seen. Um, Elena. Yes, the comments that were made by Eamon Holmes were just absolutely horrific. And yeah, we're going to get to that because I think we've all just had enough of this. And I feel like after what was said by Eamon Holmes yesterday, we actually need to, as a collective, take more steps to deal with this. Like, I just feel like talking about it is not going to be enough. Um, Hello, Joan Commonwealther, Anna, Sistren, Bonnie, Elaine, hi. Sylvia, hi. Susie Q, hi. Marcy, hello. Hi, Denise, Sandra. Hi, Frederica. Palmer, Brenda, J Law's here. Carmen's here. Miss Levy, hello. Rahini, Sistren, Miss Viv. All right, I think most of the main culprits are here, so let's get started. Thank you for the super sticker, Elaine Parker, much appreciated. So what I'm going to do today is, oh, and also, did somebody else? Oh, Lottie G. Thank you very much, Lottie G, for the super sticker also. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to recap some of what was said yesterday, and then we'll move on a little bit more to the more updated news. Sandy, sound is good, but I would have stayed even for a silent movie. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, right. So just to recap for those of you that missed it yesterday or just didn't really get to enjoy the podcast because the sound was so horrible. Yes, so Harry gave his interview with the Today Show. So there were two parts of the interview. There was him being interviewed by Hoda, and then there was also him talking to the Invictus athletes and us finding out more about the Invictus Games. But of course, it's the main part where he was talking about him and his family that has got the British tabloids throwing toys out of the pram. And there were kind of three or four main points that have just started this frenzy. So the first point that Harry made was about the fact that he now considers California home, and that he was opened with, so that he was welcomed with open arms. And we all know that on the British side, Meghan was not. The next point that he made in the interview, I'm sorry that I'm not actually going to play any clips because I don't want to get done for copyright. But I think most of you have probably seen it by now. But the next point that was made that has ticked people off is his comments about the Queen and um, him being worried or just wanting to make sure that there were good people around the Queen. And the British tabloids have really jumped on that on the covers today, calling Harry the Duke of Delusion, talking about the royal snub. Obviously, it's the Queen's birthday today, so you've got these new pictures that have come out. And I think the commentary has been, well, the commentary, at least from, I think, critical thinking people, has been amazing. But the commentary from the British press and the morning talk shows has been nothing short of just ridiculous and disgusting. But as Sarah M said here, um, she said on Twitter, it's like they're saying she's our puppet and we can do whatever we want with her. All of this just to counteract Harry's words. Again, the environment she enabled is now abusing her. And I think this is a really, really good point to make because, on the one hand, yes, it could be possible that there is some kind of elder abuse going on. But as Sussex Rachel said, if she had fostered and encouraged a better environment, surrounded herself with good people, it wouldn't be this way. She has 70 plus years to fix this, especially after Diana. Um, and this is just the case. She is essentially now under the thumb of the institution that she resided over. And had she, especially after the situation with Diana, made changes, I don't think we'd be in this situation now because clearly there is something going on that Harry is worried about, and we know that Harry speaks with purpose. He doesn't just say things randomly or by accident. So I do believe that there is something very weird going on. It's also very interesting to note that all of this hoo-ha and panic from the British tabloids has come just as William and Kate have come back from their trip. It's like the madness has just exploded since they've come back. There was also some other really good commentary. Again, Sarah M saying that as soon as Skull and Bones came back from the holidays, the drama started. Um, Paula Sina here saying it's very straightforward. If, as a broadcaster, you are angry about Prince Harry's life choices and Prince Andrew's, you have failed. Anne Boleyn saying the British media in regards to Prince Andrew, the Queen loves him, he's her son. The British media in regards to Prince Harry, throw him off a balcony. And as Busy Royal said, Harry knows who said what was said about his children. He knows how his wife was treated by whom. He knows exactly who ran to BBC to talk about his newborn daughter. So when he doesn't want to even mention those people names, don't mention those people's names, don't be surprised. And of course, that is referring to the other thing that has really ticked some people off that Harry said in the interview, or rather, he didn't say in the interview, is when he was asked about William and Charles, and he basically dodged the question. He started talking about the Invictus Games. He started talking about his own family. And it was just basically him doing this video that's been going around that I just love.
Well, next question. See ya.
Yeah, he just did not want to answer that question. So that space between himself and William and Charles is obviously still very, very wide. And how have the British TV shows reacted to this? Well, here we have Eamon Holmes, who came out on GB News, and this is real. He actually said, throw him over a balcony, or rather, throw them, Harry and Meghan, off of a balcony. Not throw Andrew, the actual whole sex offender, off of a balcony. Harry and Meghan, who are minding their own business, currently giving servicemen and women and their families joy and happiness and something to look forward to, throw Harry off a balcony. It's just gotten to the point now where, like I said in the opening, I feel like we as a collective have to do something beyond just talking about this. After the podcast, I will put in the community section somewhere where you can go and complain to Ofcom about this, because you are 100% entitled to your opinion, to valid criticism. What you're absolutely not entitled to is literally inciting violence. What exactly have Harry and Meghan done that warrants them to be thrown off of a balcony? These are the parents of two young toddlers, of babies, and you're saying throw them over a balcony. And this is the same Eamon Holmes, mind you, who called Meghan uppity. And we know that uppity is a very racially charged word. Uppity is not even a word that's even commonly used in Britain. So I do not believe Eamon Holmes when he says that he didn't know that this word was racially charged at all. I don't believe him, because that is not a word that is commonly used in the UK. It's very commonly used in a racial context in the US, but not in the UK. So I'm going to put in the community tab somewhere where you can complain to Ofcom, because this is just not acceptable. Get your comments. Oopsie daisy. Carolyn, Willie is mad because the Queen put one over on them. What do you mean by that? Or do you mean because of all that PR? Kate's going to be the Queen PR that just didn't work. Rahini, Harry has every right to be concerned. The Queen got the big C on their watch. Yeah, indeed. See, Mac. Remember when Kate rolled her eyes at the kids? Next question. Who could forget that? Joan, did Heyman think he was being funny? I don't think so. Do you know what? Their hatred for this couple at this point is such that I don't even think that they themselves even recognize their own nastiness. Like it just the way it just rolls off of their tongue so easily. It's just it's truly just disgusting. I did have some more commentary about the Queen. Um, these were some tweets that we looked at yesterday, but I think the one that stuck out to me was from Henry VIII, which she said, "If my grandma let a credibly accused of paedophilia and trafficking walk her into my grandpa's funeral, I would probably ask some questions about who her advice was coming from too." And so there's definitely something going on um, with those courtiers. And remember also that two of the Queen's ladies in waiting, her most trusted women in her circle, recently passed away. So there just seems to be less and less people around her to advise her well. And then you have Angela Kelly, who was the Queen's dresser, gossiping in her book. I don't even know how that is being allowed because presumably she would have signed some kind of NDA. So there's just definitely something strange going on. I feel like Harry knows it and he's just putting out some clues. Elaine, it's okay though for William to dodge the question about Andrew. Yeah. Jean, I think she's been banished to Sarringdom, and the excuse will be she wants to be at the place where Philip spent his last days. Yeah, well, that's what they're saying, and she has been sent there. All these bruises that she has is very suspect. Yeah, she does indeed have bruises. It would appear on her legs, but that could just be from old age. We don't really know what those are from, but it just generally comes across that she's maybe not being taken care of as well as she should be. Joyce, they have gone completely insane. Indeed, they have lost control of Harry and his narrative, and they don't know what to do. The world is seeing the craze of that island. It's just gone completely out of control. I'm honestly just lost for words, guys and dolls. I usually have a lot to say, but I'm really just lost for words today because it's just like, where does this end, and what are they trying to achieve? And especially on William and Kate's part here, all they do is attack. They continue to focus on attacking Harry and Meghan and not actually building anything, creating anything of impact. And I think they've really just been shocked at how well Invictus has done. I think from the very beginning they underestimated how big Invictus would be, and they underestimated how big it would be this year. Bonnie, Harry expressed concern for his grandmother, and he is attacked for that. Unbelievable. Yeah. Frederica, can I write a letter of complaint from Germany? I do you know what? When I put the community tab post on about this, I'll see if I can find anything. in regards to complaining internationally. I'm not actually sure about that. But there's no reason why you can't make noise on social media. You can tweet Ofcom, you can tweet the channel, I think it's what, GBTV or something, because it's just not acceptable. Joan Commonwealth, when you advocate for the killing of a prince and his American citizen wife and none of his family denounces this, I can't say. Yeah, like no one's denounced it. So that is that. The interview was actually all around a very good interview. I feel like Hoda, uh, I think she pushed where she could, but she didn't go too far. She, I think she wanted to keep it light-hearted, nothing too heavy, and the main focus really, especially on part two, was on the Invictus Games, which was lovely. Also something that we mentioned yesterday, but I'll just bring it up again. These pictures released from the failed Caribbean tour. I don't know what the point of releasing these pictures were. If Kensington Palace thought that this was helping them, it does not. What's interesting about this, though, is KP recently got a new head of communications. So the post that Jason Knopf left is now being held by a former head of BAFTA. And it would appear that her first call of action is to keep the disaster train that was the Caribbean tour going. This is the first thing that this woman has apparently done, because it just makes no sense to release these pictures at all. The woman in the purple in this picture looks absolutely depressed. She looks like she doesn't even want to be there. She looks like she's not engaging with Catherine at all. Neither does the little girl. And the picture of William, having his hand kissed, British flag in the background there. This just looks like, someone who is still thinking in that slave-like mentality. I mean, I don't know how else I can really say it, but this to me does not look like someone who is. It doesn't look like two people who are speaking as equals. It still looks like that colonizer and slave relationship. Definitely not anything as sweet and wonderful as this. So that was KP's decision to release those pictures. I don't know why they did that. They continue to be tone deaf. I honestly think that the people at Kensington Palace either don't know what they're doing or they hate their bosses, or both. I don't know. Wendy, the British press, the firm, tabloids, royals, and some members of parliament this week has given Prince Harry every reason not to go back. Indeed. I mean, what are they going to go back to? Brenda, I hate these stupid UK journalists. It seems they work for someone to slander Harry and Meghan, then get paid after. I think so too. And isn't GB News, is that not Murdoch? Someone please confirm. And also, all of this confirms that it was only the Queen that Harry saw. He doesn't mention Charles in that interview. So Charles tried to insert himself, but it failed because clearly Harry did not see him. He just saw the Queen. And there was really nothing outlandish about what Harry said. He's concerned for his grandmother. He said that he's able to have conversations with his grandmother that they can't have with other people. So they clearly have a close relationship. He clearly loves her, and in her own little way, she clearly loves him. So the narrative that they're trying to build about a rift between Harry and the Queen is just false. Sherry Wave, the Ofcom asked for the date and time slots that you're reporting. I want to make sure the comments were made today, 21st of April, 6 a.m. GMT time. Oh, that is a very, very good point. I actually do not know the exact time and date that the comments were made. So I will try and find that out so that when people do report and I post it on the community tab, they can report accurately. But thank you so much for pointing that out. Andreen, it's always the old generation attacking Harry and Meghan. They need rocking chairs and some bingo and tea. There are actually still bingo halls in London. I'm shocked to see them sometimes. I'm like, people actually still go? Like, wow. I don't know if they'll be a thing for long, but they're still there. Palma, it seems to me that the hatred is orchestrated and is a combined effort of groups. I think so too. Oh, FYI, guys, just please do comment. Have we had any sound issues so far? Yes or no? Mm. Terry H, they are trying to say Eamon Holmes' comment was a joke. If Harry said this, it would have been a different outcome. Exactly. Can you imagine Harry saying, "I can't stand my family, throw them off a balcony"? That would have been on the front cover of every single newspaper, and it definitely wouldn't have been taken as a joke. Mm. Anyway, they're all mad because this is what we're doing. We're doing it big, we're doing it well, we're doing it with the best, and this is what they're mad about. Penty pal. They should be throwing Randy Andy over the balcony, especially since he was accused of sleeping with teenagers. Indeed. SP talks. The Queen seems very isolated at the moment. Does not seem that she has any friends. Well, it's interesting that they decided to ship her off to Sarandom just after Harry's comments. Yeah, Lottie G, something is going on. Harry knows it because the Queen tells Harry what's going on. Well, the fact that him and Meghan were able to see the Queen so privately says that at least there's some people who are trustworthy, but whoever those some people are, clearly they're at Windsor, um, and they're not whatever shady group has now decided to ship the Queen off to Sarandom. Another thing that he also said was in regards to coming for the Jubilee, and he did bring up the issue of security and that he was still trying to get his security sorted out. So clearly that has not been sorted out because he did actually bring that up. Joy Bell, they are so extremely jealous and mad because they didn't get a pass in the Invictus games. Indeed. But all they have to do is start telling the truth and stop being slanderous. B10 Pal, the firm and Royal Rota are embarrassed that they had no idea the substances were in the country and visited the Queen. That's a snub from the Queen to them, the big mouths. Indeed. It is also a snub to them. RR Carter, too bad Harry is in California and he probably doesn't have power of attorney. That is probably left up to Charles, who is only concerned about Charles. Indeed. Indeed. Because I do think that if um, Harry was really concerned for the Queen's safety, um, who's to say that he wouldn't want to try and get her to California or just get her out of there? But it's just not possible, I don't think. Ruth, remember the Queen was at Sarandon when Harry was not allowed to see her. It seems they are unable to restrict his access to Windsor. That's a very good point. Joyce, I think they have secluded her at Sarandon. The A's are afraid she might be coordinating something else. The first part of abuse is, isolating them. Ask Meghan. Yeah, and that's exactly what they did to Meghan. They literally tried to get her to stay in the house like a prisoner. Boy. And then I have a feeling if the Queen passes away, Harry will raise hell on the so-called royal family. Yeah. I mean, you can just sense it, right? That there's something very, very wrong going on. Okay, so moving on from that, um, Ford Fiesta and her husband are going on their tour still that nobody actually wants them to go on. Nobody actually wants to see them, but whatever, they're going anyway. They're saying that they will celebrate the culture, future, and vibrancy of the islands. And was saying that their itinerary has been fully checked. However, and it's also been said that Antigua will publish an open letter on reparations during the Wessex's forthcoming visit. CNWN Network reports chairman of the Antigua and Barbuda Reparations Support Commission told local radio he will use Edward and Sophie's visit to present the letter on slavery reparations. So before they've even landed, um, it's already been decided that they're going to get an earful. And good for Antigua and Barbuda. Um, I don't think that anybody was actually checking for this tour in terms of general interest. But if they're going to get served with a letter, that I will definitely be looking forward to see. Dolores, it's like he can't wait to clean his hand. Are you talking about the pictures of William and Kate? Yeah. Yes, Miss P talks. They're trying to mirror Harry and Meghan. You know that they're watching the whole Invictus tour and all the interactions between Harry and Meghan. So don't be surprised if we suddenly get news headlines about William and Kate's loving glances again. Because let's face it, there's just no warmth between that couple at all. And I always wonder where the body language experts are when it comes to William and Kate. But Terry, what's done in the dark will come to light. There's a reason the Queen secretly planned to meet with Harry. No one knew her age. Harry didn't put that out for no reason. Yeah. Miss Levy Hemmings, my belief is they're afraid of Bullion for some reason. Well, Bullion is definitely the main culprit here. He's always supposedly incandescent with rage. Don't know what he's angry about, and things seem to kick off when he's around. When he was gone, Harry and Meghan were able to go into Windsor absolutely fine with no trouble. As soon as he comes back, it's chaos. Mhm. Yes, he went. This is exactly how they hounded Princess Diana. Sharpie, I don't know why they think this constant abuse is making the monarchy look good. At this point, it just seems like they're taking orders from people that don't know what they're doing. Because this is what where's the slide? Where's the slide? This is what everybody's focusing on this week. While they're attacking Harry and Meghan, this is what Harry and Meghan are doing. I mean, just look at the joy on the competitor's face when he looks back at his wife and their baby taking a picture with Harry. Look at that joy. This is what everybody else is focused on. And what are they talking about in the British tabloids? They're talking about throw Harry and Meghan off a balcony. Oh, thank you so much for your report on the sound. No sound issues. Fantastic. Miss P talks. I think they're bullying the Queen. It would appear so. Thank you so much for joining us. Almost 800 in the chat. Thumbs up and subscribe, everyone. Oh, FYI, guys and dolls, there are a couple more very special interviews that I am working on. So please send your prayers. And if things work out, I have some interesting guests to come on. So I'm working on it. Just pray. Just pray. That's all I can say at the moment. Okay, so that is that. I just wanted to check and see if there's any more negative news that I have to report back on before we get on to the positive stuff. No, I think that was pretty much all. So we can get on the more positive stuff now. So this the designer who designed Meghan's dress, Christopher John Rogers, to the NAACP Image Awards, gave an interview, and this is what he said about the whole situation, getting her dress ready. So he said, this happened pretty quickly. It happened over an email. She basically emailed me out of the blue. I was gagging. I was like, is this actually you? But she was given my email by Edward Enifel. So her and Edward Enifel are still talking. The way the squad loves to shade Edward Enifel. Meghan still likes him, everyone. Anyway, she told me that she really she really wanted to make a statement after having her most recent child, and that she wanted to feel sexy and free. So we cut something on the bias out of silk for her, and we did virtual fittings over FaceTime with her tailor. Oh, so she has a tailor in the house. For the second fitting, we saw her with the dress, and she was like, "Oh, my husband is holding the phone." Oh my God, Harry was holding the phone as they were Zooming everyone. So he flipped the phone and was like, "Hi." So I met him, which I loved. Oh my God. So Harry sits in on Meghan's fittings. That is a real husband, everyone. Hi, they should leave Harry alone. If him and Meghan had not gone to visit the Queen before going to Holland, the British tabloids would rubbish them still. Exactly, they just can't win. They really, really just can't win. Um, they just need to carry on, and they're doing Harry and Meghan have gone above and beyond, I think, and anybody's expert. I mean, I always knew that they would do something great, but they've really just gone above and beyond um, what I think a lot of people would have expected. So they don't need to worry about the tabloids, but we will continue to call them out because we need to. Um, Church Nelly, I'm not the special guest. Don't worry, Church Nelly. I will have you on sometime. You guys indulge. You know that you can actually still email me if you want to come on. I haven't been able to organize for you to come on yet, but I am going to start having some of you come on as guests. So I'll just put my email um in the chat, and if you want to come on, please do email me, and we will get that sorted soon. Okay, Church Nelly, and anyone else that wanted to come on. Connie, what Eamon Holmes said is not a joke. No evil can bypass God. Indeed. Marilyn, the photos from Invictus explains all the negative British media coverage. Harry's success sends them over the edge. Well, they need to focus on their own faves. Oh, thank you so much, Jen Commonwealther. I appreciate you all being here too. Kathy, can Harry sue Eamon Holmes? Um, legally, can he sue him? I don't know what that would come under, like inciting violence or a threat. I'm not sure. Sherry Wave. I'm still going to shade Edward Enninful. uh I mean, the dress was absolutely beautiful though, and you could tell that Meghan absolutely felt sexy and free. So the designer did his job. I'm Lily Bell. I'm in my 60s, and the hate I've seen towards the Sussexes is unlike anything I've ever seen. I thought Diana was badly treated, but that is nothing compared to the Sussexes. Well, with Diana, it wasn't even, or up until she started, well, sorry, only when she started dating Dodie, I would I say that it went into hate. Before that, it was just the hounding because they wanted pictures of her to make money. And then it's only when she started dating Dodie that it actually spewed into hate. So there's an element to the way Harry and Meghan, particularly Meghan, is treated that I feel anyway is slightly different from the way Diana was treated. Yes, cookies and cream. Harry really loves his wife and he's letting the world know it. And he set the standard for manhood. This is what healthy masculinity looks like. Sonia, squaddies that told you all you need to know about the staff at the palaces who think they're the royal family. Yeah. And this is just what happens when you just let enablers who are only out for themselves stay around you for so long. Annie, Harry is an attentive husband. He's a good family man, indeed. Okay, so that was that, and let me just have a look now. There wasn't really anything else I wanted to mention. Nope, that was all. So we, as usual, will end with your comments and then we will call it a day. Thank you so much. I think my magic trick did indeed work. And the sound is now back to what it used to be, nice, steady, and stable. And so we will continue with podcasts as usual. And thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you, everyone who gave your super stickers today. And wishing you a great day. Let's round off with your comments. Yes, Annie, Harry and Meghan are living their best lives. The island is peeped. Lottie, if you'd like to come in as a guest, please do just pop me an email and I will get round to that eventually. Marsha, Harry is living a fun life doing everything with Meghan. I bet his life feels like a dream right now. And that's something else that he did say in the interview, that he's so happy that he gets to share this now with the love of his life. Gwendolyn, the Daily Fail have about 20 negative articles about Harry and Meghan today. Yeah, they are absolutely saturating their websites with articles about them, and all they're doing is taking L's, taking losses.
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
Just loss after loss after loss after loss, and they don't want to take a step back and stop embarrassing themselves, it seems. Oh, FYI, my bestie from Australia landed on Monday, and funnily enough, she is not a squaddie, but she watched Suits and she loved Suits. And she gave me a very interesting perspective about what it was like watching all of this from Australia. So I might actually have her come on the podcast as well, because she had some very interesting things to say. But yeah, I didn't even know that she was a fan of Suits and she had watched Suits and loved Meghan. Um, so yeah, I'll look at possibly having her on as well, because from the Australian perspective, she said some very interesting things to me that I think you guys would want to hear. Joan Garcia, someone should inform will not and cannot that they can have the titles. Harry and Meghan aren't interested. Indeed, they're building an empire. We don't need titles. Movo, I'm campaigning for Church Nelly to be a guest. Okay, all in favor for Church Nelly to be a guest, say aye. I would love for Church Nelly to be a guest. Oh, thank you so much, Marcia. First time catching a live. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Miss P talks. I think someone is 100% behind all this to overshadow the Invictus games, because they didn't see this coming, did they? They thought that maybe if they ignored the Invictus games, didn't give it that much hype, that it would just, pretty much go unnoticed. But we've made sure that the hype is there, and people have shown up. International media has reported on it. So there was nothing that they could do to really keep it out of the spotlight. Irene, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan has eclipsed the royal family. The royal family doesn't figure in the question. They have to trash the Sussexes to make themselves appear relevant. But it's not working, because when you concentrate on trashing someone else instead of building yourself, you just end up destroying yourself. Jean, I'm just shocked that Eamon thinks it's okay to say what he did about Harry and Meghan, encouraging their demise. If they stand on the balcony, they better be in the back. Indeed. And I can't help but feel that that was almost like a hidden message, like, do not come to the Jubilee. Because isn't it interesting that Harry actually mentioned in the Today Show interview um, that he was still trying to work through security to be able to come to the UK, and then a British journalist on daytime TV makes a comment about throwing them off a balcony, and he specifically used those words. I mean, he could have said something like, not that it would have been acceptable, but I wish somebody would just give Harry a slap, or something like that. But he specifically used the term throwing someone off a balcony. Like, that is a very specific thing to say. Absolutely vile. Yes, Andrew, all they can do is talk about Kate's clothes. So Kate and William did actually do an appearance, but literally they were leading with her jacket. I have no idea what that appearance was about, what impact they were making, if any. I doubt it. Once again, it was about her clothes. Yes, Karen, I can't wait for Harry's closing speech tomorrow either. Yes, Annie, this has been, despite all of the drama, and we knew that the drama was going to come, it's actually been a very good week. And I can't wait for Invictus to, get their show scheduling and broadcasting perfected, so that next time we can actually focus a lot more on the athletes and the sports, because I feel like that's probably been the only um negative that I would have, or not negative, but critique that I would have, is just making sure that broadcasting times and where we can actually watch the sports is a lot more clear next time. And I think once they've got that perfected, it's going to be even bigger. It's going to be 10 times bigger than what it was even this year. But otherwise, What an amazing event it's been overall. Very well organized, very well put together. Great for tourism. I've seen a lot of people tweeting and Instagramming about The Hague. I definitely want to visit there now. I think I had a very grey and boxy what can I say? Yeah, a very kind of like grey 2D box like idea of what The Hague was like. And now I've seen that it's an absolutely beautiful place, and I definitely want to visit. So Harry and Meghan have also done their job there. Okay, so I'm gonna give someone the last comment of the day. Oh yes, Annie Ballard, Lily is walking. Harry mentioned that in his people interview, didn't he? Little Lily is walking already. Yes, C Maps. The closing ceremony is going to be wonderful. And just think of also like all of the jobs this has created, all of the connections between the family. I'm sure that, a lot of people have made new friends, support networks for the athletes. I mean, just all around, this has done so many great things. And Harry and Meghan can be very, very proud of that. Cookies and cream, the unroyal family already have their racist disciples spinning and threatening comment about the Sussexes as a joke. They are unbelievably foolish, cruel, and racist. Indeed. Ma Jones invited to the podcast. I will definitely ask her. She does watch the podcast every now and again, so she definitely knows what it's about, and she gave some very good feedback. So I will try and convince her to come on. I haven't actually watched Suits yet, so I'm going to get around to it. You're all saying I for Church Nelly. Okay, Church Nelly, you have my email. Email me, sis. We'll get you on. Yes, Lucas. Meghan did look absolutely divine at the NAACP Awards. All right, who's getting the last word of the day? Eileen, we all love Harry and Meghan. They have good hearts, and you can see it, right? Classy. I think Harry needs to sue that channel. Well, Harry already has a um another lawsuit with Piss Moron and Murdoch. So, given that we know that the Sussexes choose their battles carefully, I don't know if he'll do that. Cece, the podcast sound was perfect. Thank you very much. I to Church Nelly. Church Nelly, the votes are in. You're coming on the show. The British royal family thought that if they were indifferent to Invictus, the press would ignore it and embarrass Harry. Stupid is and stupid does, indeed. It's like, how have they not figured out right now that we care more about Harry and Meghan than about them? I don't understand. Eileen, Harry and Meghan should not go for the Jubilee. Well, I think if they did go, they should maybe. I don't think that they should take a front and center position, especially if they're going to perhaps use it to rehabilitate and reintroduce Andrew. I don't think that they would actually do good to just be in the background. Rejoice, nothing overshadowed Invictus. It's been a great success, indeed. And it will continue to be a great success. Faya, no one has responded for free ticket to Invictus ceremony tomorrow. Okay, I don't know what you mean by that. So, all right, cookies and cream. I'm going to give you the last word of the day. Everyone, please stay safe, pray, and hydrate indeed. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe before you leave. And I will see you tomorrow for a Friday chat. Ciao, everyone.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything I say is true. And if you let me, I'll keep loving you. I just can't change my emotions. Come on, love me again. You're all I need. Can you love me again? I need. Come on, love me the way you did. I just can't change my emotions. Baby, I know this might sound insane, but baby, you're gonna love me again, love me again. Yeah, I paid my dues to show you I'm not the same. It has cost me much, but I would do it again. So baby, come on, love me again, love me again. I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. Oh, come on, love me again. You're all I need. Can you love me again? I need. Come on, love me the way you did. I just can't change my emotions. Sweet emotion. I know I messed it up in my soul. I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. No, there isn't anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything I say is true. And if you let me, I'll keep loving you. I just can't change my emotions.
Oh my god. 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 Oh my god.